All right, welcome to the selection show for the bracket of beers. I'm here with myself, Jack Basong, over here with my brother, expert Nick Basong, via Zoom. We got Garrett Groot here. Let's go through the matchups. Let's start off in the top left, Miller Coors region. The 1 seed in that region is going to be Friday After Work beers facing off against the number 8 seed, the Vegas Casino Free beers. If you're in Vegas, you're at a blackjack table, they just bring you beers. That's great. Then we got 4. We got 60s in March beer. That's 60 degrees. You get nice weather in February, March, April. You go outside, you drink a beer. That's just what you do. Number 5 seed, Train beers. When you live in the suburbs, you go downtown, you bring some beers right before a Cubs game or going out downtown. It's a fun time. 3 seed, Post Skiing beers going up against the 4th of July beers. Those both speak for itself. We have our 2 seed Concert beers going up against the 7 seed Bonfire beers, and that will finish off the Miller Coors region. Head into the Blue Moon region. 1, we have Golf beers going up against an 8 seed Playing Bad. We got both white guy games going up against each other there. 4, we got the Festival Campsite beers. Go back to Country Thunder, maybe a little old now, but still very, very fun time drinking beer there. 5 against Hotel beers. 3, we got the post-exam beerers. Ignore that E there, but nothing was better in college, getting done with exam and going out and drinking. Going up against Bowling beers. Our 2, we have Hot Tub beers. Nobody likes a hot tub more than me. I know the rest of the people don't, but for me, it's a 2 seed. Going up against 7 barbecue beers, and that finishes up the Blue Moon region. In the left side, here's what it looks like here. Not going to go too much into it. Our round names, we got the Thirsty 32, the what was our second round? I can't see it. What does it say the second round was?
Shotgun 16.
Shotgun 16. There we go. Then the Elite 18th Amendment. That was the Prohibition Amendment. Little play on words there. And then the Fermented 4. Let's head over to the right side of the bracket, the Anheuser-Busch region. We have the boat beers. Nothing's better than drinking beer on a boat. Going against family party beers. This one can be higher for some, lower for others. Depends how much you like your family. 4, we have airport beers going up against beach beers. Pretty self-explanatory there. 3, victory beers. When your team wins a championship or just wins a small game, you want to have that beer to celebrate. That feels good. Going up against chairlift beers. Nothing better than when it's you're cold out there. You got icy cold beer in your backpack. Chairlift beers. 2, we got vacation beers. A little broad, but you can kind of go with whatever way you want there. We're going against underage beers. We do not support underage beers on this channel. But there's probably people who have drank underage beers watching this. Then we go to the bottom right, the Sam Adams region, the 1 seed tailgate beers, especially in football season. Nothing beats tailgate beers. Quarantine walk beers, that might be, a little bit of pop culture for now reference because it's not going to be that big in the future. But tailgate beers for quarantine walk beers. Pool beers versus softball dugout beers, both pretty self-explanatory there. Our 3 seed sporting event beers. Boy, do I miss going to sporting events. And they're going to be going to the getting ready beers. Nothing better when about to go out, you're in the shower, you're already ready to go, almost ready to go. You have a beer and you're like, yes, let's go. 2 seed rooftop beers. And they're going to be facing off against the St. Patty's Day beers. St. Patty's Day in the Chicago, one of the best. But rooftop, you got to love a day with nice weather. All right, and here is the field of 32. Now we'll get a little bit of expert feedback. I'm going to hand it off to my brother Nick here.
So my dark horse, I'm going to have to go with underage beers. I think that was one of the more fun ones the committee selected. There are a few issues I thought with the seating. Hot tub beers being a 2 is just erroneous to me. I think barbecue beers, that's a cakewalk till they get to golf beers in the Elite 18th Amendment. I have tailgate beers going all the way. I don't know. It's a cakewalk region. The Sam Adams region's easy. And that's about it for me.
All right. Now we'll hand it off to expert, my cousin Garrett Groot, as he'll go through his picks.
All right. So I want to start off here, and I'd say it's just a tough draw for St. Patty's Day beers in the first round after running to rooftop beers. St. Patty's Day is a great holiday around here, but it has to run into rooftops. A lot of rooftop bars you go to for St. Patty's Day, so that could be a tough one for them.
Yeah,
I got rooftop taking down St. Patty's Day in the first round. I know it looks easy, but it's just a tough draw.
Mm-hmm.
My dark horse to make a run here was actually the 4th of July beers is a 6 seed. they're running into post-skiing beers. I mean, I'm not a huge skier myself. I think that runs into a certain demographic, and everyone here, probably on here, is an American. So it's tough to run into 4th of July early. And they could probably take down most of that region up there.
Even France celebrates the 4th of July, I think.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the European vote is in that matchup.
Yeah, I'm sure you got a big European demographic coming in on this one, so that could be tough.
Very much.
Back to what I was looking at before, those 60s in March is tough. They come in. They're going to take down train beers, in my opinion, just because, I mean, everyone's cooped up all winter. You're finally getting the 60 degrees hanging out and getting a little warm weather.
Right.
So that's going to happen.
And a little bit of recency bias where I know it's April, but, we had 70s and 80s in April, so which is really the equivalent of the 60s in March,
If you're talking recency bias, having quarantine beers in there could hurt the early tailgate beers, but there's just too many college football fans around, too many people that love a good tailgate. That's not going to end up conquering over.
Right, and I think you have people that are tired of the quarantine walk beers. They're like, holy shit, does a tailgate sound so much better than a quarantine walk.
Good point.
Some people just take walks without beer.
And then some may say hot tub beers might have gotten a little too much bias from the selection committee. If we know who the committee is over here, Jack. But I think barbecue beers could sweep that division until it runs into golf, just because everyone loves grilling out, having a nice beer, and then you're assuming it's sunny out, you're out on the porch, or hanging out with friends. But that brings me to my last one. The team that I see unbeatable is Boat Beers. There's a 1C up there. They're probably just going to run the table until they run into, in my opinion, golf beers in the championship, but nothing like drinking on the water.
I gotta say, my toughest pick was between Boat beers and underage beers. I ended up going with Boat, but it was tough. Took me some time.
So you had underage beers taking over victory beers?
Yeah.
In the Elite 18th Amendment round.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Coming from a guy who's in the Big Ten, probably doesn't have too many big victory beers, if I had to guess.
We beat Ohio State. We actually didn't beat them. We murdered them. So.
All right. Go on.
No, that's all I have for you. So.
All right. You know what? The polls the bracket will be posted later tonight on Jack Basong's Instagram. Thank you, experts, for joining us. And tomorrow we will start with the left, the Miller Coors and the Blue Moon Thirsty 32. Thank you all and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.